property companies who were getting involved in the market, who were offering to buy properties on behalf of tenants who can't afford them and then split the profits.
So they're going to tenants and saying, you might not be able to afford to buy your property under Right to Buy, but we'll give you the money.
That's what's happening, yeah. We are aware of one company that leafleted 60,000 council tenancies.
And that's happening now, is it?
That is happening now, yeah. We are aware of cases where that's happened.
Dispatches has been tipped off about another company based in Kent that's been leafleting estates.
It'd be good just to talk through kind of the options, really, and what...
So you picked up one of our leaflets, I guess?
One of my mates gave it to me, actually.
This is Mesut Salih. He and his business partner have been offering to lend money to tenants who want to buy their council homes. Their business, Right2Buy, is based in Gravesend.
Are you living there on your own?
I don't live there, actually. I rent it out to a mate. So I live with my girlfriend at the moment.
Our reporter's admitting to tenancy fraud, so he's no longer entitled to buy his council house.
Well, the first thing, I'm surprised that he's willing to continue, because the tenant has just said that they're not living there, they're subletting it, which is actually a criminal offence under the Prevention of Social Housing Fraud Act.
You as a tenant can buy it, but you have to stay there for 5 years in order to get the full £77,000 discount. So we give you the money to buy it, but we do what we call an agreement where we take your position.
Right.
And we do something called power of attorney.
Right. And so I have to leave the property to you guys?
We give it now, but we wait 5 years for the full discount to be applied.
Right.
Otherwise, we're not going to make much profit.
Right.
If we have to give the discount back. So we become the future owners of it in a way. So we have an agreement where in the future that property will be transferred to us.
Looks like, to me, a clear example of a deferred resale agreement. An agreement made that the property will be transferred or sold to another person, in this case his company, at a later date, in this case after the 5-year discount period.
And is that against the law?
It's caught by Section 163A of the Housing Act 1985. And what that says is that if there is a deferred resale agreement on around a right to buy purchase, that the discount is repayable immediately, the full discount. And in this case, that's some £77,000.
So for 25 grand, basically you're saying, okay, I don't have the money to buy the house, you buy it, just give me some money to go away. That's how it works. I've got one in Seven Sisters, North London, Wood Green, Haringey, Manor House.
And what's that? Lewisham.
So I bought it actually for 82,700 odd pounds. We bought it for 82,000. And I paid the lady 35 grand to go away.
35 grand?
Yeah. But that was like a superb deal, because I know I can sell it for 300. At least 300.
So what they're doing is they are getting this agreement that the property will be transferred to them after 5 years. They get the use of it in the meantime. And for £20,000, they are effectively getting the full discount of £77,000 plus any extra value in the property.
All right, well, I appreciate that anyway. Cheers, man. Nice one, thank you.
We asked Right2Buy for a comment, and they told us
this was an initial meeting. It was made clear that he could not sell the property within 5 years without having to refund the discount. If we'd got to the point where my assistance was to be provided, after having ensured that he met all the legal requirements to exercise his right to buy, the property would have still remained in his name, even at the end of the 5-year period. Our intention is not to purchase his property after 5 years. If he chose, he could have continued to have income stream from the property. This is why any agreement with him would and could not be a deferred sale agreement.
When the government announced that housing association tenants would get the right to buy their homes, they invited people who qualified to register their interest online. And dispatches can reveal that since then, nearly 22,000 people have registered. The concern is how the policy will work in the long term.
The consequences would be that those on lower income will be denied access to decent housing. There is already a desperate housing crisis in many parts of this country, and this will make it worse.
The Department for Communities and Local Government told us
We want to help anyone who aspires to own their own home. There are billions of pounds locked up in local authority housing assets. It is only right that when they become vacant, they are sold and the receipts reinvested in building new homes. More council housing has been built since 2010 than in the previous 13 years. Every additional home sold will be replaced with a new affordable home, and 2 new affordable homes will be delivered in London for each high-value property sold.
Right2Buy originally offered council tenants the dream of home ownership, and shortly those living in housing associations will be given the same dream. But will the biggest winners turn out to be the tenants or private landlords?